Okay, so welcome back everyone to the second episode of this journey of literally converting my SMMA agency into more of an IPGA slash growth operator type agency. If you guys haven't seen the first episode, in the first episode I've basically broken down the fundamentals of what a growth operator is, some of the components of the frameworks, and essentially how that will or should turn my clients into hopefully a more revenue slash profit generating client. So without further ado, let's jump straight to it. Now let me adjust this. Okay, goodness. Okay, so in the first video we have discussed basically marketing, the first initial step when it comes to MSP. Remember guys, MSP is the most important fundamental framework of the entire system, and MSP is basically the system you apply if you are a growth operator. Now in the first episode we covered marketing, so basically the first sequence, and while the adjustments and improvements are being made, in this particular video I will be talking about number 2, sales. And sales is basically the platform, it is the software, it is the area where you convert the traffic, the audience into the customers. So for our specific type of business, we have restaurants, and restaurants is basically all the people that are interested in your restaurants, and so funnels or sales are basically the area where we should hopefully convert the majority of these, I would say, interested or curious customers into money. And now without further ado, let's get straight to it. So sales is nothing more, nothing less funnels. It's literally just funnels. It can be landing pages, it can be the POS systems, it can be online reservation systems, it can basically be anything where where customers input some data and they would get some transactional value out of it. So shout out to Adam Guild. If you guys don't know him, he's basically an agency owner himself, and he's literally out there developing and promoting and literally making the best out of restaurants. So shout out to him for basically applying or strategizing some of the strategies that I've learned from him. But without further ado, let's get back to the topic. So let's go to sales. So for today's most interesting topic, we will be talking about the sales funnel, and in just a few seconds we will actually build a sales funnels together. If you guys have never built a sales funnels in your life, I am not the most experienced of it, so you guys will probably realize, make some mistakes on the way, but just as anything in life, making mistakes is part of the learning curve, and hence why I'm documenting this entire journey so that I can be aware of the potential mistakes that I might occur. So based on Adam Guild, the most important areas for you to literally convert your customers are literally the POS, so the place where the customers make either an online reservation or where they basically place an order. And now ignore TapSquare.ai because TapSquare AI is basically the software. I listed down some of the most key points which I believe, in my opinion, are very crucial and essential when it comes to converting to customers. And okay, so taking action to increase sales. Amazon example, similar items to consider. Now Adam Guild emphasized how important it is literally to upsell clients. So he demonstrated a few statistics on how the profit margins and how the numbers look very nicely, especially when you upsell certain menu items that include beverages or desserts or entrees. And so he emphasized the absolute importance of upsells, and hence why I strategize on using TapSquare.ai, because I believe that it is a good platform for any restaurant or F&B owner to upsell. Now, Amazon example, similar items to consider, I think that we've just broken down. Train sales and online orders to upsell. So not only do online upsell function works, I assume that you guys have seen online upsell functions and tools. if you ever made an online purchase before on Amazon or Shopee or Lazada or AliExpress, you have always been, I would say, alerted by upsell function or upsell products, because they literally appear at the checkout process. So the psychology is quite clear. So once the client or customer is literally interested to make a purchase, the likelihood of them making a second purchase is very high. Like I forgot the statistic at this point, but the point is upsell is super powerful, especially when you consider in F&B. So talk
Below
and
25%, time to get drippy.
excuse me for that. Talk and tacos. I'm actually not too sure. Tacos. Sorry, tacos is. I just made a reference. So tacos is a place that Adam Guild was exemplifying, and it was basically the reference I was making just to remember. And tacos, that place Adam and Tacos is basically such a good example. If you guys are interested of how that visually looks like, do check that out. Anyway, average order size around 50 ringgit. Now in his video he explained that America the average order size around 50 US dollars, but the point is actually very crucial. The crucial point here is to increase the average order size value. So that basically means that whatever the customers order at a single transaction, you need to literally put as many items as you can within that basket. And obviously that depends on the specific tools and tactics, and that also ultimately boils down to the software that allows you to literally put these upsell items. So upsell the right items, and this is super important. So you cannot just upsell any item. Now if you upsell the right items, and that actually boils down to the items of your restaurants that have the highest profit margins, and they are typically beverages and desserts. Hence why McDonald's and some other popular food chains, they put beverages that sometimes or very often seem quite overpriced, or desserts that looked absolutely amazing within the upsell menu. Pushing fries, appetizers, and beverages, as I just mentioned. Now, email marketing and SMS automation. Now, that is super important. Now, if clients or customers go to your restaurant and they don't seem to, you know, for example, purchase anything, or I've seen that many times where customers literally just walk out. If they are, or even on the opposite hand, if they have made a few purchases, the goal here is to literally collect their emails and phone numbers if possible. I understand in some areas and some locations in the world that is quite sensitive data, but collect emails whenever possible. And now another video, unfortunately I cannot find it, perhaps I'll check on it later. Another another video which was quite interesting, and which what I just recently learned about how you can amplify the mechanism of collecting emails, is literally free Wi-Fi. And this is something that literally blew my mind, because I'm sure you guys have been in Starbucks or Coffee Bean or these popular McDonald's or food chains that offer free Wi-Fi. And in order for you to redeem free Wi-Fi, there has to be some, some data given in return. And very often they ask for your email. Starbucks, for example, they want you to create an entire account, which is, sometimes a bit too messy. But using free Wi-Fi to collect email that's crazy. Like for me, that is such a strategy. Anyways, turn free. Example: join Uno, 500 ringgit voucher. Enter email below. And this is very important. Adam Guild demonstrated this quite nicely, that when you collect the data, and also when you send out the automized emails, it is so important to literally capture their attention. And one is the headline, and for example offering them a very high valued voucher, giving them some specific discounts, or offering them kids eat for free or whatever it is. The important is you need to capture obviously their attention. If you just send an email just like that, then it's very hard to convert that. But also very important is that the emails or the data that you collect, that there's always a visual to it. So there's always a visual effect attached to that particular email. So what it means is people literally buy with sorry people eat with their eyes and less with their mouth. So what that means is that people are so interested in how the food looks that a lot of these customers are literally impulsive buyers. Anyways, over 80% don't convert at first sight. I believe that that actually explains why email marketing is really important, because customers who have never been at your place before, they are, a bit contemplative, they're a bit cautious, they're unsure if they should try the place. And so if you did get their attention, and again, if they didn't convert at first sight, literally send them an email or collect their email so that some automized marketing, strategy or campaign goes out, and so that you can reach them who actually heard of you before. Pictures welcome at welcome emails. I just made that quite clear. We miss you, old customers that didn't come back. Now this is very interesting. There's a quite an interesting statistic to it, that there are previous regular customers, and out of some, some, I don't know what happened, some bad experience, I guess, they decided to not eat at your restaurant anymore. And I have seen this many times, and it worked so powerful. I've, for example, realized this in a ski resort when I was one time in Austria a couple years ago. They collect and remember you during the time that you came to the place, and now that feels amazing, because imagine you didn't go to a place for quite some time, and then eventually you come back again, and the people tell you, oh my god, I actually remember you. Now that, psychologically speaking, is, makes you feel quite special, but also from a business perspective, making customers or welcoming back gives them this positive attribution that it, literally makes them want to come back again. Okay, so now let's get to the exciting part. Now we will create a funnel together. Okay, now I basically created the basics of it. And guys, remember, the MSP and the entire document I'm sharing for free, so do check that out if you need it. But without further ado, let's get to the funnel building. So traffic is usually at the top. So traffic is basically all the people that see your shit. So either they've seen it online, or they've Googled, or they've heard of you. Traffic is literally people who are potentially interested. And now I've broken down basically in two fundamental areas the most important traffic sources, or the traffic mediums, where I believe that people are interested for our client. And guys, remember, the client is Uno Cafe, so it's this restaurant. Just a small reminder. Anyways, so let's get to the funnel building. Traffic, we have Google, we have social media, and make a reservation online. So when customers see the ad or the brochure, or they see some type of image, you want to make sure that they convert. Remember guys, this is sales, so we are converting the traffic. So here, make a reservation online, and I will make some extensive research on what type of software I believe is quite powerful in terms of making reservations online. But for the layman's, we can have, for example, let's enter the text. We can have, for example, phone reservation, and then maybe WhatsApp reservation. I've seen on Instagram that there are some restaurants, and obviously I'm gonna find that out as well soon enough. But there are restaurants out there that literally make automatic reservations through social media applications. The idea is there, but I will find out what that software is, and I'll do let you guys know if that is essentially quite effective. Okay. So let's make this another color. Okay, excuse me 1 second, guys. Okay, so at this point, and the reason why I made this dotted line, okay, let's just put this over here a little bit. Okay, I hope you guys understand. So everything above the dotted line is an online behavior, an online interaction, an online interaction. So any type of traffic that happen online happens above this dotted line. And so let's go to let's do walk in customers. Let's make this a bit smaller. Okay, so the moment they made a reservation online, that's a good sign. Either they, they saw the ad, they were already, quite interested, or let's say they have seen the social media videos and accounts, but they didn't make a reservation online, but they made the bold decision to walk in. Okay, now let's do this. Looking a bit nicer now. Perfect. Okay. Now let's. Don't have much space, but it should be sufficient. Okay, so the moment they walk in, that is literally the end point, and that from that point onwards, this is where the money happens. You guys need to convert everyone who literally walks in, and you do that, as I mentioned before, through some of the upsell strategies, and increasing the average order size value, upselling the right items, and just in general making them an amazing experience. And there's obviously some psychological tricks, like increasing experience value, and you can do that by, I don't know, offering, have you guys seen, like, when these owners walk through and just like give some free bread or some free side dish, but offering free value or added value to make the experience more worthwhile. And that can literally be anything. You guys can, again, it depends on your restaurants, but you guys can literally be quite creative. I've seen restaurants that play music, or I don't know, like sing them a song, or offer like free drinks, or free alcohol, like whatever is the kick. The point is that you have to increase the experience value so that they become recurring customers. And the reason why is, I believe I briefly mentioned why they're so important, but recurring customers most likely will purchase again. So recurring customers, you've probably heard this if you guys done marketing before. Recurring customers are the best customers, because it's so easy once a customer has already bought a specific product or specific item, that they will repeat again, because they know the menu, they know the food, they know how the place works. And recurring customers are the ones that are the easiest to literally trace back, unless you guys literally gave them a shitty experience. But honestly, that would be at P, like the product was so bad. And product includes experience as well, right? And product is essentially what the fuck? And product is essentially the entire experience what you give the restaurant. And understand this, in my opinion, experience oversizes, or what's the right word for it? Experience supersedes the product itself. Now, experience is essentially the product, but experience, in my opinion, is the entire package. So from the food to the ambience, how comfortable you met, the hospitality, the service, essentially the entire thing. And so the idea for product, obviously this video isn't about product, but the idea for product is to increase the experience. And again, be creative, guys, when it comes to that. I'll make another video on product, but anyways, let's get back to the funnel. So walk-in customers. So there's two things that, unless I will probably add more, but let's just add it here. I'll just put tapsquare.ai. Again, depending on your restaurant and your budget. I mean, actually budget is not really a thing unless you're not so serious about your business. But anyways, walk-in customers, TapSquare. Now TapSquare is where they place the order. Okay, in fact, I'll just call this POS, so point of sale. So that is where they make the order. And now when they make the order or where they make the order, it is super important to, as I mentioned before, increase the cart value. And that's literally all. That's literally, I would say, from what I understood so far, literally was the most important. So when they make the order, whatever type of POS they are using, if they aren't using any POS, then literally go to hell. No, I'm joking. Then literally find a powerful one. But whatever POS they're using, you want to increase the cart value. Now, how you do that specifically, literally find someone who can do that. But it's not that hard. You can literally do it on the software itself, and it's very user friendly, especially the most modern softwares. But yeah, figure that out by yourself. Now, let's make this a different color as well. I'm liking this. Let's make this the same color. Social media, make a reservation, POS. Okay, so, and guys, by the way, this strategy, what I'm gonna implement, I will literally refine this over time, but this is just the basics. This is just what I'm thinking on the top of my super intelligence. No, what I'm thinking on top of my head. But yeah, these are the immediate changes I will present to my customer or restaurant, and they should be implemented or at least understood as soon as possible. So, free Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi. Increase cart value. POS, free Wi-Fi. Ooh, actually, there is another value I would add, and that is near the traffic area. I would add website, but my personal recommendation is to literally, you don't have to start a website so early on because, oh no, because I understand that website development or website building can actually be quite expensive, and if your primary objective is to increase profit for your business and literally make more money for the restaurant, find the channels that make money for the restaurants first before literally putting heavy expenses like a website. I mean, in other words, if you could convert with Google and social media, you don't need a website right away. But I'll just put that with a note that that should happen later. Okay, they all end up as a walk-in customer. Yes. Ooh, that looks a bit intersecting. Let's make this a bit nicer. Okay. Google, social media, website, walk-in customers, free Wi-Fi, and POS. Now, this is the most crucial part, guys. And remember, as I mentioned before, email marketing is so powerful, and I'm not gonna literally go through again why that's so powerful and like why you literally should hunt down the previous customers. But the objective here is for both the POS, if that is possible, and the Wi-Fi, you would like to collect emails. And that ultimately ends up, oh no, that ultimately ends up to a email. Bear with me, guys, I'm still battling Canva. Email automation. Let's put that sexy color. Let's make it, what color should we make this? First of all, why is this so ugly? Okay, there we go. Okay, it looks balanced. Life is about balance, yin and yang. No, I'm joking. Let's make this a nice color. What should we make this? Pink. Yes, why not pink? Pink is good. So collect emails and collect emails. If it's possible, collect phone numbers. But I wouldn't recommend that because that might be too much for your customer. They're like, what the hell? Why are they collecting my phone number? It's so sensitive. So the country where I'm staying is Malaysia, and people are actually quite sensitive in giving their phone numbers. In Western societies, in Germany, for example, people literally give away numbers like their body count. No, I'm joking. They give away phone numbers as if it doesn't mean anything. Now, let me just put some nice labeling online. Offline. Now let's make offline. Perhaps. Oh. Oh no. Offline. Let's make offline. Let's make offline red. Let's make online green. I don't know. Looks psychologically speaking more appealing. But anyways, so this is basically what it is. This is literally the ClickFunnels. And again, guys, this is the basic. This is just a fundamental ClickFunnels for one of the clients that I'm experimenting on. And yes, this ClickFunnels does improve over time. It does get better, but basically that's all what it should lead to. And wait one second. The email automation. So guys, once you guys get the email, it should literally be converted back to either make a reservation online or to the social media channels. But the point is, once you get the email automatizations, literally release havoc. Like literally don't spam them with emails, but send them friendly, nice emails. How to literally, like attract customers. And honestly, guys, like again, I'm quite new to this and I'm not the most experienced, but how to send emails to customers, and then F&B. Literally, there's so much. So how to send emails customers on Shopify? What the hell? How to send powerful emails? Who cares? The point I'm trying to make here is that there is so much powerful and good resources online for free. Literally, you can learn how to make such amazing emails. And because F&B is so reluctant on email, it is so important for you to learn how to write, like literally write the right emails or powerful emails. What is going on? Goodness. Anyway, so the most important here is the ClickFunnels. So this is basically how you do a ClickFunnels. Like it's literally not complicated, guys. And I recommend doing a ClickFunnels for every single type of business you do. And ClickFunnels are not only, it doesn't have to be a sales funnel or marketing funnel. ClickFunnels or funnels in general can literally be an entire diagram which you construct as a framework for your organization, for your customers, and literally anything in life. And having funnels is so important and so crucial, because the thing is, guys, I want you to understand, once you have funnels and once you realize, okay, this is the system of how we convert, customers to sales or to money, then you can literally refine, you can literally make every specific component better. Let's say maybe social media wasn't so good, you want to improve this, or maybe the free Wi-Fi is a problem, you want to set this up, or POS has to be improved, cart value. Like the point is, there's so many sub-segments, there's so many subcategories which you guys can improve or make literally 1% better. I believe Atomic Habits explain this quite well, and if you increase all these little stuff 1% better, metaphorically speaking, then you will literally improve this entire system. And remember, guys, and this is, again, bear this in mind, this entire funnel is just a subsystem of S. Remember, MSP is the fundamental. This is the entire framework. And so once you have this aced out, let's assume that you are so good at doing funnels and you have done your best and you believe that your funnel is amazing, then I would proceed on looking at number 3, product. Again, guys, remember to follow the sequence. Make marketing as great as possible. Once you have a lot of customers or potential customers, and once you believe it is a handful of them, then focus on your funnels. Focus how you want to turn them into money. And if that, all of that, you max out and you realize, you know what, it still doesn't work, then the problem literally has to be at the product. Either the experience is not amazing, or they had a bad time, or the food, or the product is just not good. And like in everything in business, if the product is not good, no matter how much you maximize these two, it's literally not gonna work. Anyways, guys, without further ado, I hope this has helped at least one person. This is my personal goal. As long as I help teach, or at least I help improve one person through my videos, then I assume that my goals are achieved. But without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video.